Hi, I'm Bill Mosley, and you're in the horror basement. Lick my plate, you dog bitch.
Welcome to the Horror Basement Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Jonny Leroy, and as always, we are coming to you from the TN Horror News Studio in the basement of my mom's trailer. And as always, we have our local horror experts here with us. JimJam.
JimJam here.
And the lead writer over there at TNHorror.com, Yeti.
Hey.
What is up, guys? And on today's podcast, we are going to talk about weapons used in our favorite kills. Grindhouse, Exploitation, Splatter, and the movie of the week is Hooker with the Hacksaw. This is a Yeti exclusive week.
Yeah, I was about to say this is a me week.
Yes, we
Sure.
We have given in to Yeti for one time. For the rest of the year, he has nothing else. He will not be able to choose anything that has.
The next time I get to pick, y'all motherfuckers are watching Martyrs. That's just the end of it.
Like, what was the last one he fucking made us watch? What was that? The one of the four that had the.
Probably Song of Solomon.
Yeah, we had to watch that motherfucker. So yeah, but we'll get into that. Just want to say, Critters come out on Shudder, and it's I don't know. Yeti, you didn't watch any of it, did you?
Nah, I haven't got around to it yet.
Well,
It's 8. It's 9 episodes. Eight episodes.
but this is the thing. I started the first episode and I was watching. I was like, hell yeah! And then the credits start rolling. I'm like, damn, they.
Yeah, they're like 8 to 11 minutes long, and to me, if they would play seamlessly one after the other, it would be nice. But they don't. So it stops, and then you have to fucking go and click the button to play the other one.
That
so
would
it
be
kind
too
of
much
broke
like
up.
a movie.
Well, I mean, but you could like play the credits and then hit next,
Like
Netflix and Hulu, and I mean, Shudder's starting out. I get it. You know, they're not on that level yet, but get there, Shudder. Get there. Hey, I love Shudder, but everything's going to have issues, right? That would be a better way to get it going. But this series is like a web series. I don't know if you call them webisodes or whatever you want to, but to me though, it's like Nickelodeon kids episodes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because of the way that everything's done, but it's adult themed.
Oh, yeah,
So
it's
it's
big
really
time.
weird watching because it reminds me back in the day when you watched 90s Nickelodeon shows
Yeti, you might like this.
like Hey Dude or something.
I don't believe this might spoil anything, but there is critter art barking.
Yeah.
Woo, buddy.
Yeah, it's like really campy, and there's a lot of people you'll recognize, like even the main character, the kid that was, I don't want to spoil that, but I recognize him from some other things, and of course, Tom,
The principal.
the principal, and then
Wasn't he
Gilbert
from-
Godfrey's. He was
what-
from Reno
Reno
911 and many other things. He wore the short shorts on Reno 911.
He was also
I think his first name's Tom.
in the newest Puppet Master.
Yeah, so I mean, there's like a lot of people you'll recognize, so it's fun. I mean, it's only like an hour if you really get down to it, because you got to think the credits are part of the 8-minute runtime.
Yeah.
So it's like an hour, But yeah, it's fun. But speaking of critters and kills, I guess we'll just roll on in through the first topic of favorite weapons and kills, right? Right? That's
Woo.
good segue.
Good segue.
Pat me on the back, guys. Come on. Pat me on the back. No. Okay, fuck you guys. Fuck you. I'm cool. Peace, I'm out. But, of course, you got your favorite weapons, used in kills. And you got the iconic ones like Freddy's glove, right?
Yeah.
And you got the machete. I said that like machete. With
Machete don't text.
what's his name?
Danny Trejo.
Yeah, like Danny Trejo. He had some good kills with that machete, though.
Machete don't
Didn't he gut someone with it? But anyway, sorry. And you got the chainsaw and the butcher knife. But I'm just going to throw this one out there, and I'm going to just take it away from JimJam. The fisting on Hatchet or Victor Crowley.
That was awesome.
Like, have you ever seen that in a movie where she gets fisted with her own cell phone and her own arm?
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
So
That's a unique kill right there. You don't see that a lot.
yeah. So, and also, if you have a favorite kill, you know, with a specific weapon or whatever, let us know on our social media, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
yeah.
You can do that.
What's
Comments,
your
The
whatever.
Horror
favorite
Basement
weapon?
podcast
Yeah.
on Instagram.
YouTube channel, whatever.
Oh, by the way, hold on. We already moved into it. Never mind. Go ahead.
Okay. Go ahead, Yeti. What's one of your favorite weapons used in a kill?
Man, I like shit that's not
Standard.
standard. Like something like you come out, there's like, God damn, he killed him with pruning shears or like really like hammers. I watched a movie last night. Dude just beat homeboy to death with his bare hands, and that was exhilarating. That was fucking awesome. That's something you don't see a lot.
Yeah.
And it was just people, you know, he just fucking punched him till he died. It was just,
All right. So let's go with a weapon.
but weapons, I'd say stuff like hammers. I really like hammer kills because I mean, there's no way you can't make that just messy.
Would MC Hammer kill it?
He did kill it
Can't touch this.
until the IRS killed him.
Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
And
Can't touch this. Da-da-da.
Whoa, easy
hammer
on the
time,
copyright.
splat.
Yeah, easy on the copyright there.
Another one that I really liked. It's not. I haven't seen it done more than just. I think it was Hatchet 2. That fucking belt sander kill. It's one of my
You
favorites of all
motherfucker.
time.
Ha ha! Stole another one from JimJam. Yes.
Goddamn, my bad.
Bam! No, we're stealing them all. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna go ahead. No, I'm just fucking with you.
No, the last three are mine. And if not, then I will edit y'all out. And I'll come in and be by myself and be like, what about that belt sander kill?
Yeah, we won't say anything. It's like, where you guys at? Why ain't y'all talking?
What about that fisting kill? I'm the one that's saying all the great kills.
But, yeah, the fist and kill, like, go back to it on Victor Crowley, the latest Hatchet of the Hatchet series. I mean, he rips her arm off, or does he cut it off? He
Rips it off.
rips it off, and then she has her cell phone, and he just jams it up in through her, and it comes out of her mouth. I mean, that's pretty fucking unique. Like,
V to M.
Yeah.
I mean, and that is one of the reasons why it probably could not be put in theaters.
But it showed at Full
that
Moon
didn't hurt.
Cineplex, so
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, the one place that it will show.
there's probably more places than that, though. A lot of film festivals showing it.
Yeah, true. So JimJam.
Yeah, a weed eater kill is pretty cool from Tucker and Dale vs. Evil.
Yeah, she got
I
her
have so many good kills in that movie.
face fucking weed whacked off.
Yeah, that's
So she got her face whacked off by a weed eater.
Whacked off on her face.
and another one, the wood chipper kill. And
That's been in plenty of movies though, but
it's
it was
so much
hilarious
better
in
than
Tucker and Dale.
He turns around and is like,
Could you even call that a kill?
that's a suicide. Accidental suicide.
Yeah, because I mean, it's just they got a suicide pact. That fucking movie's fucking hilarious.
Hey, college kids.
Yeah, fucking cool.
Killing yourselves in our woods.
We talk about this movie way too much, but I almost watched it again today.
Could you imagine if we got the people that made this movie or the actors on here, how we'd be
They'd probably be
fanboying?
Well, I've been a fan of was it
Oh, here we
Tucker?
go.
So fun. Yeah,
Here we go with this.
I like him.
So,
Sorry.
but then the sleeping bag kill, of course, from Friday the 13th. Which one was it?
I
It's the one Kane Hodder did the kill, so it would be after 7.
Yeah,
Or if
there's
not
too
in
many,
7.
There's
I
too
can't
many
remember.
fucking movies, so yeah.
So one of those motherfuckers there.
Yeah, that was a good kill. I mean, that was unique,
But
especially back in the day.
Yeah, we saw, I think, was it his documentary talking about how he, that kill was hard because he had to wear gloves that were like rotten hands because Jason was, so I'm assuming it's 7 or 8, one of them two. But he was wearing gloves and it was hard to grip the sleeping bag.
I imagine so.
But the remake didn't do that. They still did a sleeping bag kill, but it was Jason strung the sleeping bag above a fire.
That would suck. I'm just saying.
That would suck so hard.
That would.
Just melted nylon all over you. Good Lord.
Hopefully the sleeping bag's fire resistant though.
No, it wasn't. It burnt.
Then he just kind of cook like a little egg roll.
True. But maybe,
well, look, if I remember right,
I mean, I know it
kept showing the inside of it, but it kind of looked like she was kind of cooking because it didn't look like the flames were getting in there yet. So, of course, it really wasn't on fire because they're not going to have that. Anyways.
Be like one of them Uncle Ben's rice bags, but for people.
Steaming.
Tasty.
Any other, worth noting kills? That might be
what about the car running over the head in Toxic Avenger?
Yeah.
Man, that's pretty fucking brutal.
Or
head just explodes.
To go back to an iconic movie, I think now, Art the Clown, when he cuts the lady in half.
What does he use?
A hacksaw.
Hacksaw.
A running theme in this episode for some reason.
Yes,
yeah. So a hacksaw kill.
I do think there's something to be said for just
he cut her through her quick too, though.
Rusty. Yeah. He must have put a new blade on that bitch.
On that rusty hacksaw.
And I'm referring to the hacksaw as the bitch, not the woman. All you trigger happy people out there.
Fucking, how about it? Man, I watched this movie. This movie I watched last night was fucking crazy. I sent JimJam the trailer. The trailer itself is a gore fest. The review will be up a couple of days after this comes out for next week's Fucked Up Friday. And there's a scene where old boy's got this chick pinned down, right? And he's just like, fucking, he's going to go for the kill. And then somebody shoots him. It's one of them. It's a fucking early 90s shot on video film. Dude shoots him, right? And his fucking head just explodes everywhere.
What kind of gun did he use?
I don't know.
It's a splatter film.
The dude's head explodes, right? And she's still laying on the ground. And the guy's like, I'm a cop, blah, blah, blah. I'm here to help. But the whole time he's talking, she's just like, you know how, fucking when you go swimming and you come up and you're just kind of trying to spit the water out, and try to keep it out of your mouth. She's laying on her back doing that with bits of head goop.
That sounds gross.
I was just like, God damn, they went there. That's awesome.
That sounds really gross.
I really think there's something to be said about just fists or head stomps. Head stomps are my favorite. I love a good, in Terrifier, Art the Clown stomps Homeboy's head and it finally pops like a grape. But I mean, weapons are nice, but sometimes you just need a good old-fashioned head stomping.
A curb stomp.
Curb stomp.
Yes.
Would that movie be a thriller?
Put your teeth on the curb.
Would that?
I think so. Yeah, kind of. Maybe.
It's a drama.
It's drama.
Yeah, it's definitely a drama. It's a good movie.
Yeah, we're talking about
American History X.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love
that is a good movie. It teaches.
Edward Norton is so fucking great in that movie.
Yes.
It does. It teaches you a really important lesson. It has something to say.
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
A fun fact: I took drama in 9th grade in high school, and we had to do a monologue from a movie or a play or something, and I picked Danny Vineyard's voiceover at the end of American History X. Life's too short to be pissed off all the time. I don't know. I love it. It's one of my favorites, and part of it's that curb stomp.
Oh yeah,
Rad.
for sure.
That's a pretty iconic kill, I think. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah. Speaking of kills, what about exploitation?
Well, it kind of makes sense.
Sorry, I'm trying to segue better than you. My bad. Grindhouse, Exploitation, and Splatter films and whatnot stuff that Yeti's into that we have no fucking clue.
That's my fucking jam. If it wasn't for the splatter genre, we wouldn't have a lot of what we have today because the first little history lesson, first splatter film, first film to ever show copious amounts of blood and gore was a movie called Blood Feast. Came out in, I think, 1963. It was a Herschel Gordon Lewis directed it. He was not a director. He was not a filmmaker. But he watched Psycho and felt cheated.
Oh, shit.
By the shower kill, you know? So he makes Blood Feast. It's one of the first movies in Joe Bob Briggs's 24-hour marathon, and he talks about how important it is. And because it was the first splatter film. They handed out barf bags in the theaters when it came out.
I can't believe they even let it in a theater.
It was fucking incredibly successful. Like, it made like $4 million off a $25,000 budget.
Damn, the studio was probably like, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Because you know him as a director didn't get hardly any of it.
They never do, I don't believe.
Then he went on to make Wizard of Gore, Color Me Blood Red. They call him the Godfather of Gore, Herschel Gordon Lewis. If it wasn't for him, cinema wouldn't be where it is now. But Blood Feast is 100% fucking terrible. It was fucking horrible, y'all. But it's historically important.
It's just got the over the top blood for like a splatter film.
Yeah. There's fucking blood, guts everywhere. The story is this guy is putting together an Egyptian feast for to summon Ishtar back into the world or whatever. Basically, he's just going around and cutting motherfuckers up and putting them in a stew pot. And there's a scene where he rips this chick's tongue out, and it's like an actual sheep's tongue in her mouth, and she holds it in there, and he fucking rips her tongue out, and it was in modern cinema anyway, one of the first times you see somebody die with their eyes open, and there was just buckets and buckets and buckets of blood.
Did they sanitize the sheep tongue? Like, it wasn't.
Part of me hopes so. Part of me hopes not.
It wasn't raw, right? Like,
yeah, no, I think it was. I mean, it looked. I don't think they cooked it.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, it's super gross.
I'll pass. I would not do that. Like,
yeah, hard no.
You know she didn't get paid shit.
Oh no, they didn't fucking.
There's no way. She had to be desperate for money. Fuck that.
Oh yeah, they're breaking ground though.
I wouldn't volunteer to do a movie if I had to get blood on me.
Unless it was somebody else's clothes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it had to be somebody. Like, I could not pay for my clothes to get ruined.
No,
I'm too poor.
Yeah.
Like, legit. Like, I gotta have every piece of clothing that I have.
For real though.
I cannot afford
I'm a broke bitch.
to just buy extra clothes just because I want to get blood on them for somebody else's film. Like, nope. Pass. Hard pass.
But for those who don't know, exploitation films are films that they don't try to bank on quality.
Yeah.
So much as they trade on, they take one thing that they can exploit for fucking
success.
Yeah, financial success. Bam, there we go. That's the words. So like you have sexploitation films where there's a bunch of tits and ass flopping around everywhere. I mean, they're not just horror movies. I mean, you got action films. You got back in the day they had what they called nudie cuties.
Yeah.
Or fucking like nudist
That's what I was
films,
thinking about exploitation films. Is like it had a lot of nudity.
Yeah, a lot of times it's there's a lot of nudity or there's just something there. Like biker films. It's like, oh, this is a movie about bikers. Everybody wants to see bikers. Sharks.
Hey, isn't there a movie coming out soon about bikers and cannibal hookers and shit like? Oh, is there? Or is that already out? Fuck, the one that Corey's supposed to be in.
They're remaking Cannibal Hookers.
They are remaking Cannibal Hookers. Frankenstein made bikers.
Which one is Corey's coming out in, or he's in? That's about to come out. Is that Cannibal Hookers?
I don't think so.
No fucking clue.
What's Donald Farmer working on right now?
Right now, Farmer is working on. They're currently editing Cannibal Hookers, and they're shooting. He's producing a remake of one of his early films called Savage Vengeance.
Okay, well, it was the Cannibal Hookers I was thinking of. My bad. It wasn't about bikers. Sorry.
It's cool. Cannibal Hookers is fucking great, and a lot of
Would
exploitation
Roadhogs?
films will. Huh?
Would Roadhogs? Dude, you just fucking.
Fuck.
I said, would Roadhogs be an exploitation film?
Oh! I just got what movie you're
I felt
talking about.
exploited, but when I watched it, I felt dirty after walking away.
Sorry, you said biker films. I've never watched that film, but I just.
Oh, it's so fucking bad. No, I've seen the original. There's a 1980s.
Wait, original Roadhogs?
Cannibal Hookers.
Oh.
Cannibal Hookers.
I was like, God damn, they made this movie back in the day?
Yeah, the Tim Allen Roadhogs is actually a remake of a 1967 film by the same name, but it was like a rape revenge film with bikers and zombies.
So
and
how
shit.
do you?
That's not a remake then.
Yeah, that's not a remake.
Shut
That
the
was a
fuck up,
complete and total
Yeti.
lie.
That's a real big
He's
reboot.
like, that's a complete and total lie.
That was a PG reboot.
He's like, he just fucking made all that up. I was about to say.
It sounded good though.
Yeah.
didn't
Like, you should have just ran with it.
Why didn't you? Why you just? You should have just kept on going with it.
And I would have believed
Nobody
you.
would have known.
I would have believed you. I'd have been like, what the fuck? No way.
Right?
No way.
It's
Shit.
a remake. That's a really soft remake.
Yeah,
Motherfucker's
makes no sense.
got the Apple logo tattooed on his forearm.
Now you see why I was so disappointed.
Oh, me. That was funny.
On the other one, the guy or the girl had the Apple logo tattooed on her butthole.
Yeah.
I think that's only a recent thing.
Get
Butthole tattoos are only like past
Ow.
4 or 5 years.
That would easily get infected because you take a poo.
Like instantly.
They I don't even want to get into it.
They cauterized it
There's
after.
some people that like really enjoy the sensation of getting tattooed on their butthole. Like I seen that on like a tattoo like convention.
Would that mean
and this
that-
girl was getting tattooed on her butthole? Like on YouTube, like they
Was
went
she
to-
like getting off on it?
like they or one of the artists was like, yeah, some people like really enjoy it too much.
Is she like over the
Well, I
moaning?
mean, it might not have been her, but one of the tattoo artists was like, some people really enjoy it way too much.
Does that mean they're like moaning while they're doing it? Like
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I wasn't there. I didn't tattoo their butthole.
I heard of like women getting off by getting a piercing on their vag.
Yeah, dude. Like, why are you getting off on that subject?
That's perfect. What's saying for that? Getting off.
I guess that's exploitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good one, Johnny.
There's another sneakier form of exploitation film. It's a blockbuster
Snuff films?
exploitation.
So
Snuff films.
Mockbuster. Is it
We will
mock?
get there.
Wasn't that called Mockbuster? Buster. Yeah.
Yeah. It's blockbuster exploitation. They're fucking whatever.
Mockbuster.
What the
Mockbuster.
fuck ever.
Yeti, what was that?
Like, you remember when
You got him all fucked up by saying mockbuster. So he repeated what you said. Mockbuster. Goddamn.
Yeah, that thing.
Motherfucker.
Hey, I had
What if it was Blockbuster?
Before this podcast, y'all, I've had 100 milligrams of CBD, so I'm like super relaxed right now.
Yeah, too relaxed actually.
Yeah, I went to
The worst thing to fucking take.
I went
for
to
you.
a CBD store and got a free sample, and this motherfucker put 100 milligrams in there. I'm like dozing, driving
Yeah,
home.
because this is like the worst thing you could do because it makes you sleepy. So yeah, you should never take CBD, especially before a podcast. Maybe if you want to take it after you get off work to go to sleep.
Well, he gave me a free
You
sample.
fucking lame motherfucker.
Should I have told him, like,
blend.
can I have the free sample to get to go?
Yeah.
I'm just going to take this home. But anyways, go ahead.
Yeah.
Exploitation of a
proprietary
fat boy that needed sleep, CBD. No.
I guess you could be exploited.
Like we've gotten
Fucking weird.
press releases recently
For CBD?
Fat boys?
Pet Graveyard.
Oh.
Ooh.
Pet fucking Graveyard.
That is definitely a
mock
mock buster.
Yeah, remember the Bad Nun or the Curse of the Nun or whatever that came out about the same time as the Nun?
Are they going to send the
so
trailer?
much.
Are they going to send the movie?
I mean,
Are they just trying to get like?
No, I think we actually already got the screener for it, don't we?
I'm probably gonna screener, yeah.
Are you going to review it? Or get?
I mean,
Hey, we can get our new writer. We got a new writer, by the way.
do we?
Well,
Maybe.
Just don't even bring it
a
up.
tryout version right now.
Don't even bring it up here.
She's got a.
Best not to even bring it up here.
I edited it out.
Yeah,
It's something you
good
talk about in private.
We can talk more about it after this podcast is over.
Do.
Business call.
Patrons only discussion. What?
Yeah.
Fucking,
We're over here talking about an exploitation, and we got a new writer. We're going to exploit the fuck out of him.
Well, we exploit Yeti. No.
Oh, we do.
oh yeah. It's Yeti exploitation over here.
I get exploited all the time, so don't worry. I
There's
met
the name
JimJam.
of the podcast.
I think
right
that's
there.
I think that's a meeting JimJam, and he just exploits people. He's the exploiter,
I just
king exploiter.
I just bring the best out of y'all. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
If this is the best I'm getting, we're fucked.
Same.
God, fuck y'all. How about
I'm
that?
just saying. I'm fucked in life if this is the best I'm getting.
Yeah. The only reason I don't snuff myself is because I have this imagination that can improve. You know.
Now we know we can't. It's not against you.
Tying a noose.
JimJam's over here taking offense to it, like, but what?
I'm not going to edit this podcast at all. This is a completely uncensored, unedited podcast. Director's cut.
Damn.
Oh God,
Director's cut.
that was funny though.
Yeah, it was. It was good shit.
Anyway, so
No,
Grindhouse exploitation and Splatter.
Fuck both of them.
Speaking of snuff, there's
what?
a.
That was like fucking 10 minutes ago.
I had to. Hey man, I was
I
working
got you.
around.
I got you. Speaking of snuff, it was brought up.
There's a movie that came out in '76. It's called Snuff. It was actually made in '71. It's called something else. It doesn't matter. Slaughter. I think it was made in Venezuela. It's called Slaughter. They sold it to Homeboy in America, and he shelved it because it sucked. All right. So a little bit later on, there starts to be this rumor, this urban legend of snuff films that have been smuggled into America from
Oh my
South
God.
America. And so he takes this film, Slaughter, and cuts one final scene into the end of it. And in this scene, he assaults and then kills an actress. Within like a few minutes, you get your whole range of snuff. You get there kind of baits her in. He fucking, like, if we're being honest, he kind of sexually assaults her a little bit, and then he hacks her up and fucking pulls her guts out. I mean, it's classic snuff film, right?
Yeah.
And then instead of running credits afterwards, he cuts it abruptly. Right there. They're like, oh shit, we're out of film. And the screen goes black. Okay, he markets it as a movie with an actual death at the end. I mean, there's like a lot of like Variety and stuff, and a lot of other magazines come out and like, this is obviously a fucking lie. That's just not what's going on. But you know, it's marketing, and people don't listen to facts.
Yeah.
So he like hires protesters the first time. He shows it in New York in Madison Square Garden. No, Times Square. Shows it in Times Square. Calls the police ahead of time to let them know that they're about to show a fucking vile snuff film. Hires protesters and all this other shit. And it just like it gains this cult following. And from that strengthened the urban legend of snuff films, which then like mutated into red rooms on the deep web and shit. It's just like that one film, that one horrible, almost unwatchable snuff film or exploitation film. It's like snuff exploitation, you know, changed that whole landscape right there. And then, I mean,
Wasn't that what 8mm?
Yeah, it was about a snuff film.
Yeah, that was such a good movie.
Just
One of Nicolas Cage's good movies when he did good movies back in the day.
Just talking about the dark web is kind of creepy in its own way because that apparently, you know, I've read, I guess, I don't know if they call creepypastas or just stories about the deep web and, whew.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
believe everything.
the red
you read.
rooms. That's where you go to the chat room and you watch people die and shit live on stream.
Oh, yeah, because the story I read was they went and they saw someone get killed or something, and they said, I'm going to call the cops, yada, yada. And this dude did not, you know, what is it called? He did not use VPNs or something.
Yeah, they fucking
tracked him down and
killed him, blah, blah, blah,
and
blah.
made a movie or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why all of it's fake.
But it's still pretty scary to think that it's possible.
Just
I mean, there's
all I gotta
just
say
enough-
is just go look up a wreck thread. You can just Google that on fucking internet. You ain't gotta have the deep
What?
web. A wrecked thread, REKT thread. Just go look it up if you want to see some real fucking death.
Oh yeah, it's out there.
It's fucked.
That's like going down a rabbit hole.
Shouts out r/people dying.
I mean, it fucking. It's like Faces of Death back in the day.
Well, that was fake, though.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. You don't think people can't pull that off on the internet now?
Oh yeah, best gore.
Yeah, I mean,
Did you say death gore?
Best gore.
Best. It's called Best
Yeah,
Gore?
bestgore.com.
Oh.
It's a fucking gore website where it's supposedly all fake, but who knows?
yeah, you never
And then
know.
there's like videos
Just
like
you never know if you've seen
one
a dead
maniac,
body
one
in a
ice
haunted house.
pick, 3 guys, 1 hammer. Where
Three
they're
guys, one
actually-
hammer.
Yeah.
What the fuck
It's
are
like-
they doing
it's
with
the
that
reverse-
hammer?
It's the reverse thing of 2
They're-
girls, 1 cup.
They're fucking beating
You
a
gotta-
homeless guy to death with a hammer.
Oh, I thought they were fighting for the hammer to kill each other, but
No, they just
I
found
was
a
wrong.
homeless guy sleeping and beat him to death. They went to prison. Like, so, yeah.
Y'all lit.
speaking
Well,
of
we're
what,
all the way over here.
We're talking about snuff films. Yeah. Yeah, and she has I Love Horror shirt on, coming from Southern Sun Boutiques.
Hell yeah.
the box, dumbass.
In the box?
No. Sorry.
What's in
CBD.
the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the goddamn box?
Anyway, so yeah, that was Yeti's Love Fest. You're welcome,
Oh,
Yeti.
man.
Happy early birthday. You got people got a history of exploitation, Splatter, and Grindhouse. So
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
little history lessons.
yeah, or you can go
basically-
to all of Yeti's articles and not all of them, but
Yeah.
some
Hey,
of
it's
them.
I
fucked
do a
up
lot
Friday
of,
for this last week. It's pretty entertaining.
Oh yeah, shark exploitation right there. Fucking
That's a back segue.
Oh yeah.
I did.
Fuck, I had some other words too. Just fucking little add in. Like a lot of people think like exploitation, they think 60s, 70s, maybe early 80s, you know, just old, even early 90s, like the shot on video stuff, like Donald Farmer really kicked off with in the mid to late 80s. Stuff like The Burning Moon. I don't know, that's like splatter film. They think old school shit, but there's like there's filmmakers making films now that are just like they have the heart of old exploitation films. Like James Bickert did Amazon Hotbox, which is like a fucking classic women in prison film. Dear God No is a fucking biker sexploitation film. And, you know, Donald Farmer's still fucking making movies after 30 something years. And what's really cool about his and like a lot of other exploitation films is these concept titles that you don't need to read the back of the movie to know what the fuck you're getting into. Shark Exorcist, fucking cannibal hookers. And there's no explanation needed. You know what you're getting into, like hooker with a hacksaw.
Good segue, Yeti.
Hell yeah, it was my first segue, and I don't know how long, and it was a fucking solid one.
Yeah.
Hooker with the
I
hacksaw.
premeditated that from the start of that ramble.
I took it. That's what you were getting into. So yeah. You can scroll on down there, buddy. Kirsten. Her name's not Kristen. It's Kirsten. It's just an average girl with big problems. Problems like psycho pervs, snuff movie makers, and animal mass freaks. Too bad for them. Kirsten has a very big hacksaw. It's not really that big. Now she's out for revenge, sawing her way through the scum. Directors, Donald Farmer, Carolyn Kopko. Writers, Donald Farmer, Casper Melted Hair. Yes, that's a real person. Stars, Casper Melted Hair. Another real person. Jason Crow, Colleen Herkert, and others. Yeah, there's more. There's other people, but yeah. So, Hooker with a Hacksaw.
Yeti.
It has a genre and a niche market.
Yeti.
It does.
And this is, but I can respect and I can understand. Like we just went through the exploitation of Splatter and Grindhouse. I understand what this movie was going for.
You know what was awesome about it? There's a lot of places that I've been to that's in this movie.
That's part of the reason I suggested it, because it was shot a lot in Manchester.
Well, there's, everything. Yeah, I mean, and
Hey, I know that place.
it was locally shot here. It's not for everyone, but it's an exploitation movie, or a splatter, whatever you want to call it. It's one of them movies that's not my market. I'm not in that market.
Yeah.
But I can understand why people would like it.
It was, to me, because, I'm into this kind of shit. To me, it was just a bunch of fun.
Like I'm saying, this movie, it has a niche market, and I can understand where it's going. But in my personal opinion, it was almost, because Donald Farmer shared the writing with Casper Melted Hair. And I'm just wondering if he didn't do that to help her get a movie written.
I mean, maybe,
because she's in quite a few of his other films.
Yeah,
and
I'm sure that
that's
it
just
kind of came down that they collaborated a lot and had
because this film compared to his other films that you've watched.
I mean,
the writing of it. What did you think?
I mean, they're all in the same ballpark. They've all got even the new ones that are shot, digitally, all have that mid to late 80s, early 90s shot on video heart that let's just fucking do it. It's like super low budget, super independent, just like, it's almost like trying to communicate an idea rather than trying to nail every technical aspect. I don't know. I fucking dig it. But yeah, no, it fucking holds up to the rest of the Farmer.
Okay, that's what I was curious, like, because there's a lot of padded time. Like the runtime on this is padded by a lot of stuff. Like the end credits like 10 minutes long. And it's got like a 70-minute runtime. And 10 minutes of it's the fucking end credits. And I sit through all the end credits.
In a very slow, long...
End credits?
No, dancing scene with the BFFs.
Yeah.
Well, even the Spirit Halloween. Or Party City.
Yeah, Party City. I almost thought at the beginning of this movie that they got Metallica song on the movie because the dude that's singing sounded so much like James Hetfield in the beginning.
Yeah, I fucking love the soundtrack in these movies. This one in particular, like
Yeah,
a lot
good.
of stuff.
What about when they were at the party? It looked like a wedding party, but whatever party they was at the beginning, the song that was playing, the real slow, like 80s sounding song.
Angel Fire.
Is that what that was?
It's like it's the female vocals. Yeah. Funny thing, that song is in the original Cannibal Hookers.
Oh, so that's how he got to use it.
It's called Angel Fire, and it was done by a woman named Jan something or other. I can't remember. I don't have notes on this. This is just random facts. But she was a 1950s Hollywood starlet. And then she has like 2 songwriting credits, and that song's one of them. And it's kind of a reoccurring thing.
Oh, that's crazy.
I love it though. It gets in my head, and it lives there for a while.
So do
at
you
a
think
time.
that someone who was getting married and that was the reception and they let Donald film there?
I mean, maybe.
It had to be.
Yeah, that's what. You know what you think, Amy? Kind of look like a wedding reception.
Yeah, it had to be. I mean, come on. But so this movie starts out with a chick sawing a dude's head with a hacksaw, right?
Oh my god! What did I say?
Yeah.
Like blood's everywhere.
Yeah.
Excessive blood. Yeah. And then
What about her being
and she's a phone sex operator.
very
Yeah.
bad at it too?
Yeah. Let me guess. This is your first time. You're a first time caller. Like every fucking time.
And then like if they didn't talk about what she wanted to talk about, they're cock blocking her, and then she just wants to hang up. I'm like, bitch, ain't she gonna be homeless?
Then the breaking point for her, because she never meets clients.
But drugs.
But first it was the Star Wars figure.
No.
my
It was not at first.
No, it was pills.
It was
The dude said he
Oh
was
yeah, it
a
was
pharmacy
Dilaudid
tech.
first.
yeah.
Yeah, because he said he's a pharmacy tech or whatever.
Yeah.
Which I mean, fair.
And you know that little flea market they walked through?
We was just there today.
Yeah. It's
cool.
on. It's there, and it looks exactly like that.
That's so cool.
Like that's a real life flea
You're saying
market.
this looks like a Donald Farmer film at the flea market?
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, if you want to buy, there's a bunch of
My
junk
mom
there.
was actually set up there today selling jewelry in Driftwood.
Jewelry
Say-
and driftwood. People drop
Your mom
by
was
driftwood.
selling.
Yeah.
They like that
People-
shit, don't they?
People buy driftwood.
Yeah, they.
My brother and dad, my brother, they sand it down, get the real colors underneath it popping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean because they live by the lake now, so there's a lot of driftwood.
Yeah.
Especially after the flood,
I see now. It's
all the
like
fucking rain.
it's like it's been,
cleaned up.
worked over to look good. I had them in my mind,
It was just a
I
random stick.
just like some fucking
Yeah.
driftwood piled on the counter. Like, buy it. People are like, fuck
That's
yeah, driftwood.
exactly how I pictured it, Yeti. Don't worry
No,
about it.
they ain't done it yet, but they put like polyurethane on it and all that shit. But anyways,
Oh, nice.
Oh, there's people that'll buy that shit like a big piece and just throw it out in their front yard.
Yeah.
they
You know,
got a
like-
bunch of big pieces, and they probably could sell them for $100, and someone would buy it. It's crazy.
Do they ever make walking sticks out of driftwood?
Yeah, they got my brother. Has
Wouldn't it be
4 of 'em.
fragile?
No, well, I don't know. My brother had 4 of them.
Wouldn't it be like rotted wood?
He was selling them for $5 a piece.
Damn.
That's fucking cool.
Is it cool?
Yeah, well, to me, it is,
Speaking
'cause
of
I
cool,
used
you
to-
hear that ringtone?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
What about that? Was on
Sorry.
Channel 13. Remember that? By the way, y'all go Channel 13 and listen to her. Anyways, episode 5 coming one day again.
Anyways, so Hooker with the hacksaw, the flea market. Yeah, that was there. So chick gets brought in by drugs, and she goes and how do you put this? Sits on the face of a skeleton,
Yeah,
rides his mama's dead skeleton.
Or she wants to eat your. What is it?
She's hungry.
Oh yeah, okay.
Something. I don't know. But the
girl could at least been straddling the skull more than, and when they showed her, she's like sitting on her chest, the skull or the skeleton's chest.
Well, they could have showed a little bit more skin too.
That girl was not going to show nothing.
I mentioned that in my review, like for a movie called Hooker with a Hacksaw.
Yeah, like there's
a lot less skin than you'd think, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe
I guess going braless is not going to get it for, you know.
Maybe Casper melted hair will refuse to get naked.
Well, imagine she wasn't getting paid for it, so why are you gonna get naked? No, I don't know if she's getting paid for it or not, but so
who knows?
But the skeleton, come on, guys.
That was fucking crazy.
No.
Favorite.
It's not what I'm talking about. And you know it.
Just say it, Johnny.
It's fucking plastic, dude. It had fucking lights in its eyes.
Yeah.
They got it at Party City.
This is what I'm saying. This is why it's a niche market. Everyone knows it's just absurd. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't expect real shit in this movie.
No. See, that's the thing. When you watch shit like this, you go in with a different kind of mindset.
Yeah.
So you don't go into this with the mindset you do when you go into like,
oh, this son of a bitch got a $300,000 budget.
Yeah,
it's not that.
You just go in knowing it's gonna be fucking weird.
It was weird
and gory.
Got that.
And you're gonna have a good time. You know,
but you could, if you want to. I don't know.
No. Hold on. Some people have a good time.
Well, yeah, okay.
But
I'm just fucking with Yeti right now.
I had a great time. It was fucking awesome.
I'm not a filmmaker, but I feel like I can comment on this. Even though with the lowest budget of money, if you shoot it right, you can make it look real. Camera angles are.
Yeah, but you can't make that skeleton look real.
Well, no,
I mean, granted, you could have taken the lights out of the eyes, but then you wouldn't have been able to reuse it for your fucking Halloween prop on the fucking on Halloween. So
and it wouldn't have been near as funny.
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
That's
I'm just wondering where that hotel was.
That's what he was going. What do you mean the hotel?
The motel.
It's in town.
Yeah, but it had like weeds growing up on it. Was that Park Motel? Mm-hmm. See, that's what I was thinking. It was Park Motel, but I didn't recognize the color. That must have been when it was shut down. Yeah. That was when it caught on fire and it hadn't been opened up for a couple years. Okay, sorry, Yeti.
That's cool.
So, I mean, we're reminiscing about places
Yeti, maybe one day we can take you for a tour of all the locations.
Yeah, you want to come see where this movie was shot? We can give you a tour, $10 each.
Let's start doing it. We'll do we're doing Hooker with a Hacksaw tours.
No. Manchester's Hollywood tour.
Oh yeah.
Grindhouse edition.
Yeah, Grindhouse edition.
Man. And then you set up like a little theater, fucking workout rights with Donald Farmer, and then like at the end of it, everybody's like, "Well, what? I don't get it. You just showed me a flea market and a motel and some other shit." Like,
you can go to the flea market. We can bring you to the liquor store. He shot in this gas station parking lot.
And then at the end of the tour, you get them all in the room. You fucking dim all the lights. You lock the door, and you put the movie on, and you scar about 85% of the people for life.
Just walk out, and they can't. I want to walk out. I want to leave. I don't like. No, motherfucker. Sorry about you. Like, you paid for this. I cannot allow you to leave because you paid me money to see this.
All sales are final, homeboy.
Yeah, all sales are final, and you have to sit through this. You signed the contract. I don't know where the Walmart. I don't know if that was our Walmart because some of this was shot in Hermitage.
Hey. What if we rent a room at the Park Motel and make them watch it in
Absolutely
that room?
not. I will pass.
We don't have to go in there.
I used to know
Is that where the meth lives?
Is that where the meth lives?
I used to know the original or the owners of that place, and they sold it a long time ago, so I don't know the new owners, so I would not go. I do not know how the new owners are.
They remodeled it.
They remodeled their fucking place where they live because they caught their own house on fire because they lived there.
With a meth lab?
No. They were probably cooking some.
He's like, damn, that would have made it so much better.
They probably spilled some oil and, frying some stuff and caught some bitch on fire. It was it was the family unit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a motel, so like, It has like a family, like, you know, rooms and kitchen and all that separate from the whole.
Is that the one you're talking about? It's across from Family Video.
No.
Okay,
We're talking about the one across from the fire department.
I was thinking, anyways.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
speaking
that
of
one's
that
even
house
worse.
on fire,
That
it's a
one's
good
even
place
worse.
to be.
But that one has a real house on it. It's
You
got
know
2
where
stories.
listen to this, the spot where she was, her fucking cassette tape fucks up? That was in the parking lot of Southern Family Foods, right beside Family Video.
Yeah, I seen that. I was like, oh my God.
I thought that was filmed very well because you could not tell she was.
Oh
not
yeah,
on
I agree.
the-
I agree, 100%. It was shot good. This movie was shot good.
What about her sitting in the drive?
Like, no one cares about us talking about where these places are that we know.
But but what about the part where it was supposed to be a drive-in movie theater?
Yeah, where was
But
that?
she was sitting in the parking lot of a store, and you could see people riding by on the intersection.
But that was what makes this movie. I mean, granted, they could have shot the other direction, but it probably would have been where the fucking
If you see,
restaurant is.
yeah. Because then she immediately gets out of the car, and it's just a building. There's
it's like
no
a-
theater screen in front of
No,
it.
it's like you go to the concessions, yeah. And Dr.
yeah.
Gangrene was in it.
Yeah.
You know who Dr. Gangrene is, don't you, Yeti?
Larry Greenwood, his real name.
I
Yeti?
do not, but I do know.
You know the guy with the ketchup? Oh yeah, look up Dr. Gangrene. He did
He does Halloween specials.
but
and
he
stuff.
did. He used to be on public television in Nashville.
Yeah.
He did a television series in the early 2000s.
Yeah, Dr. Gangrene, right?
Yep.
Like a horror host kind of guy?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you need to look him up. He's a cool dude.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
a
definitely.
really nice
We
guy.
should get him on a podcast sometime.
Oh, he knows his horror too. Shoo.
Oh, he'll make us look stupid.
Yeah, we don't need to get him on. I'm just kidding. That was a joke, guys. Oh, next week we're playing horror trivia.
Bridget's going to be in studio.
Yeah, so next week Bridget's going to be here.
Yeah, Amy, you playing, right?
All right, yeah, so, yeah.
Oh,
Anyways, we got off the subject. Hooker with a Hacksaw. Yeti recommends it.
I do. Some highlights in the movie for me.
Yes.
Uh,
Let's go through this.
there's a scene where a guy is, he's like domestically abusifying his woman in the parking lot.
Yep.
And then Kirsten comes up and just fucking ruins his whole day.
Well, after she gets choked.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. She's
That
not
was
a
shot good,
superhero.
sort of.
She's just a hooker with a hacksaw.
Because he's like holding her down, but yet her feet are off the ground.
Yeah.
They kind of edited that wonky.
But that's part of the movie.
Part of the charm.
After
Yeah.
you get saying what you were saying,
But there is a good guts part.
Well, I got something to say
Oh,
about
it's one
this
of my
one
favorites.
scene of the movie. But Yeti, finish what you were saying.
There's a good guts part where she's ripping out the guts.
Would
and,
you
like,
let
having
Yeti
sex
finish
with
what he
it.
was saying?
What? I'm just saying.
Oh,
she
that's
has
where I
sex
was
with the
getting
guts.
to. It was
Yeah.
like
I
she
know
comes
where
and
you're
just
going.
fucks up the domestic abuser guy,
He's
and
my
then there's
best
that
friend.
scene you're talking about, which I'll let you do. And there's another scene where there's a guy wearing a pig mask, and she cuts his head off.
Oh my
and holds it
god.
up. It's like, what do you think now, pig boy? Do I give good head? And I was like, yeah.
Well,
It was just fucking-
what about how it was pulsating? The blood was pulsating out of the body.
Oh, they're just pumping it.
Yeah.
They got like
Oh,
a
yeah.
squeeze pump. I bet you that's what the sound was too. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Well, the scene that there was a couple scenes in here. There was one that
There's
was
a lot of blood though.
no.
Was that Kool-Aid?
No, I'm not talking about this.
Sorry.
There's a car driving up this road, and there's palm trees everywhere.
Because some of this was shot in California.
Was some of it shot in California?
Yeah, there's a director of photography in California. I watched the fucking end credits, guys. Y'all didn't watch them?
Oh,
Yeah, I did.
No,
It's-
you
it's
didn't, you
been-
fucking liar. Stop fucking lying. This is one of your fucking fake news things.
I know a lot of it was shot in Lexington, Kentucky as
Yeah.
well.
But there's not fucking palm trees in Lexington,
that's
Kentucky.
See the house, the big house?
Yeah.
That was California.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
That
there's
one- but-
a scene at the end of the movie.
Granted, that could have been from a totally different movie.
That's what I'm thinking. That's just like free media they post on the movie websites for people to just filler shit. But anyways, these two women are at the end of the movie, and they were talking in a park. And she said
Oh
she
my
was
God.
watching this on her phone. I guess she was watching Hooker with a Hacksaw or
Yeah,
whatever.
it's all over social media.
Well, that looks like it was not shot the same way. That
better
looks like a
camera.
legit
no.
movie.
That was shot in Hermitage, probably, like at the Parthenon.
Well, it was.
No,
not,
I don't know.
It has a total different feel than that movie.
No, that was.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's like you got the Grindhouse and you have like real life, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's what they're doing.
Like
Okay.
a different,
Well,
a different area. Like,
That's why I'm glad that y'all explained it, because I'm like, did they just take this? And then she was like, "What? You mean you're gonna don't become a hooker with a hacksaw?"
and that end where she just holds her face, they just stay on that and just like, I see where this movie's going. I understand why people like this movie.
I don't want to go there.
JimJam don't want to go there, but I can respect and understand.
No, there was funny moments in it. I laughed. Me and Amy laughed out loud. And
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You don't go into it serious
No.
Oh,
fuck
no.
no.
because like this,
How I went into
'cause-
morbid.
yeah, she lives in the same house that the killer lives in. So did you notice that? There's the same fucking cat tree.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like I mean, this is someone let them use their house. Like that's this movie.
That's probably Donald Farmer's
Yeah.
house, and that's his cats.
I have no clue, but that's this movie, and
Were
that's
them
why
girls-
I don't mind. Like I went in, I'm like, okay, yeah. I mean, I
Hey,
understand where this is going.
Did them two girls, were they like just BFFs or like lovers?
I think there was.
There's supposed
some
to
romance
eventually
going
been
on there.
romance. It's a love
Romance?
story.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a love story, but she has psychosis.
You know where that bar is? We drive past it going to work every day.
Shit,
Huh.
is that Vise?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
It looks like that now. I mean, it looks a lot nicer than fucking it used to. God damn, they updated that. I wouldn't mind going in there now. I thought that was a fucking hole.
No, that's Vice.
Yeah, that used to be like dark as fuck. Like I went into it one time and I was like, yeah, I won't be coming back. It looks a lot nicer now. I wouldn't mind having. Well, I don't. Never mind. I was gonna say I wouldn't mind having a burger there, but nah. I mean, it don't look bad now. I thought it was really dark in there.
Casper Melted Hair probably works there.
I would not know.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, that'd be okay. I'd go and meet her, but anyway. So
I can have hair like hers. The long part, anyways, on the back side, because I can still grow all this. So, just saying. Couldn't have the bangs though.
No.
The blonde bangs, I wouldn't have those.
why don't you just grow out your goatee and just comb it up over your forehead as a beard and a hairpiece?
this motherfucker.
You can bring it up as your sideburns.
So it's my sideburns. Can you imagine what that would look like?
Oh shit.
It looks fucking amazing. You should do it.
He's laughing way too hard at this.
Because I'm picturing it in my head. Like it would come up and it would be like, it'd be really hairsprayed down. And then like as it got up, it would be thinned out and spread over the
My face is hurting.
Oh,
God,
I'm sorry,
fucking
guys.
tears over here.
Yeah. God,
Oh, Jesus
Jimmy's
Christ.
goatee hairpiece. Jimmy's goatee hairpiece.
Speaking of goatee hairpiece, how about that candle, Jonny?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
It'll make you not want to get a goatee hairpiece because it smells so great. You'll come back to reality and love your life. That macabre melts on Etsy.
And April 11th through the 14th, we have Chattanooga Film Festival. And Joe Bob Briggs will be there.
Yep, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Go check that out.
And real quick, Shutter promo code, because next week, all this month, if you do it when this podcast comes out, you get to see the new Critters, and you can see Joe Bob Briggs for his name.
Weekly double features.
But the promo code TN Horror, TNHORROR. Also that weekend is Death Breed premiere at Full Moon Cineplex, April 12th, 7 p.m. We are hosting. Immediately following 9 p.m., Return to Nukem High with Lloyd Kaufman, and we're going to be interviewing.
And this is what
God,
I'll
it's
say
gonna be
about
fucking great.
Death Breed. To
Yeah,
anyone, the Full Moon Cineplex, if you enjoy the Full Moon Cineplex, come and support the owners, Stacy and Ben Dixon, with their film Death Breed.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if they're the ones that put all, the Full Moon Cineplex is the way that is because of them. So come and support their movie. Like, sell it out both nights. Be there.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
it.
Like, if you can't make it to the Friday night 7 p.m. showing, you can come Saturday night at 9 p.m. and watch it. But before that, you can see Music City Horror presents Return to Nukem High Volume 2. Lloyd Kaufman will be there, and they'll be interviewing them also for their stuff.
Yeah.
And if you do decide to go to the Chattanooga Film Festival, Isaac Thorne will be there representing us. And I recently finished, I got an advanced copy of The Gordon Place. And I finished it. The review will be coming out about a week. The book will be released April 16th. About a week before then, my review will drop. I'm telling you right now, if you're a reader, if you enjoy a good yarn, you know what I'm saying? It's a really original take on a ghost story. I find some like Stephen King-esque influence in there. Go pre-order it, man. It's good.
Hey, we got the link in our at our website, tnhorror.com. You can click on the link on the side. But if you're on your phone, it's at the bottom. But definitely support Isaac Thorne. He's a big supporter of us, and we support him. Right?
Most definitely.
But hey, y'all, we appreciate y'all listening, and hey, share this podcast with other horror friends and family and all that goodness.
Right there. Look for us in your grocer's freezer.
Yes. And on next
You'll
week's
find
show, we were horror news and horror trivia.
It's going to be different.
Yeah, because there will be no movie of the week, but we're having, like I said, some horror news for the first part, and then horror trivia, and Bridget will be in studio along with Mrs. Jam, Yeti, Jonny, and me will be playing horror trivia.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and just so you know,
Learn on.
you can get the ebook for Isaac Thorne. It's only $2.99.
Yeah, definitely worth it.
So yeah. So y'all, we appreciate y'all listening, and like I said, go share this with everyone. Thank you guys.
That's all we got. We out.
Peace.
Y'all take care now.